There are over 33 million HIV-positive people in the world today. They have to face many problems of accessing medical treatment, often losing their jobs, and experience terrible stigma and isolation.
We're struck by the enormity of the tragedy that befalls positive people in this country and the level of their deprivation and how cruel the country can be towards them.
The Human Rights Law Network provides free legal aid to people who are often too poor or illiterate to access the legal system. And now, guided by the Elton John AIDS Foundation, also provides that service to those who are living with HIV. They have 300 people working in offices all over India.
There are 3 million people said to be positive in this country. It is estimated that 10% of them, or 300,000 positive people, are at a critical stage. Government of India had a policy of not providing antiretroviral treatment at all. The dominant thinking for 10 years at the highest level of government is that positive people have had indiscreet sex. They're basically immoral. They deserve to die. Thousands, perhaps even tens of thousands of people have died in that last decade. And to have a government policy which says we will not give you drugs and we will let you die was a crime of unimaginable proportions.
The Human Rights Law Network, the biggest strength is that they work hands-on with the people. You're not working with international agencies, it's with people on the ground, people in villages, people in abject circumstances, people with sometimes no hope.
Under Section 377 in Indian law, homosexuality is illegal. Feroz Khan is working with a support network for men who have sex with men, called Love Life. His friends are often arrested by the police for distributing condoms and supposedly encouraging gay sex. The Human Rights Law Network represents them in court.
I have a friend who was taken to the local police station, and there, 13 police officers raped him. They told him it was punishment because he was dressed like a woman. There are many cases of rape of transgenders by police in Delhi. The police just say, in any case, you're like this, so why should you protest? Many people just suffer it silently.
मेरा नाम दयानंद शर्मा है और एक्शन एड इंडिया इंटरनेशनल एक संस्था है जो HIV AIDS plus.
Dayanand had an eye complication that the doctors assessed required surgery. He was given a specific operation date. The chief doctor who was supposed to perform the surgery heard about his positive status and said, okay, hang on, let's think about it. And there he was in his theatre gown, waiting outside the theatre for the whole day. And at the end of the day, they informed him that the surgery will not be performed. And when he said why, they said, well, you should know, you're positive. The doctor also asked him to leave immediately because he said you're not transmitting the virus to other people. He says this delay in surgery, by the time he reached the next hospital a few days later, he's lost eyesight completely in one eye and it's irreversible.
What you've told me today just sounds like something that would have happened hundreds of years ago. And it makes the work that you're doing even more incredible and brave.
The Human Rights Law Network not only deals with individual cases, but with the funds from the Elton John AIDS Foundation now also trains people in the law and takes cases right up to the Supreme Court. The government's attitude is beginning to change.
I would like to think that because we bugged them so much, we just went after government, and I think we made their lives quite miserable. I think we contributed to this change of attitude.
The Elton John AIDS Foundation and the Human Rights Law Network is thrilled that within 1 year of the HIV program starting, they receive some amazing news. The government has promised 50% free rail travel for positive people, increased access to treatment, and has promised to consider subsidized food.
That's the promise. And I hope Government of India keeps its promise. We're there in any case like hawks to keep them on their toes.
When the new legislation comes into play, potentially up to 2.5 million people will benefit from these changes.
What I'd like to see, not in 10 years' time, maybe in 3 years' time, is a big, flourishing legal aid center in every state of India, run by positive people, providing free services to all who come. That's my dream.